Salutare prieteni și bine v-am găsit la un episod de Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Să continuăm. În episodul anterior ne-am ocupat de misiunea intitulată Missing Brother. Un frate a dispărut într-o mină și Bruno ne-a cerut ajutorul ca să-l găsim. L-am găsit, dar era mort, era a fost omorât de către o bestie foarte, foarte puternică, de către un arcas, dacă nu mă înșel, arcas, ceva de genul. Am învins acea bestie, ne-am răzbunat, ne-am luat și reward-ul. Am găsit nevasta lui Michael, dacă nu mă înșel, Michael îi zicea la ala, ceva de genul Michael. Michael fiind, cred că fratele lui ăsta, probabil, da, că altul nu mai era. Bun. Mi-a mai rămas un singur contract de uite, dar nu mă mai ba la ăsta, ăsta de level 35 e mai mare decât ăla, era de 33 și ne-am chinuit, ați văzut. Rău de tot Thanos. O să venim când o să avem un level 30, nu știu. 28, hai măcar 28 să avem totuși. Ne chinuim și nu are rost, chiar nu are rost. Asta e de 32, la asta mai merge, parcă. Dar momentan o să ne ocupăm de misiunea Dandelionos. Hai să mergem să ne întâlnim. În sfârșit a venit momentul. Pentru că main quest nu mai avem, asta ar fi singura misiune pe care o mai putem face la momentul acesta. În rest am făcut tot, absolut tot. Eu zic că ne-am scurgat destul de bine. Aproape 100 de episoade și n-am părăsit încă Novegradul, mai avem o grămadă de făcut. O grămadă. Sincer. Nici măcar n-am luat punctele alea de interes. Numai alea mai... Ia vreo 3-4 episoade. Când Alonso Priscilla. Ceartă. Ar avea o ceartă. Intervention.
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Gotta say, Priscilla's really growing on me.
Save it.
And why don't you save your pouting? Prove to her she's wrong.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own cabaret. A bit of paint and plaster and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch. I need coin. So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ekamajigs, maybe you can help them look for it out.
Where do you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years. Ever since we went to see one in Oxenfurt. Remember? The dancer hanging from the chandelier? And once she was completely downside up, she called you over and...
I remember.
How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise. That is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for...
Ce mustăcioară are aici și a lăsat Dandelion să moară Ghigerianus. Da, de la banca lui Vivaldi, yeah.
Maybe the Vivaldis would give you a loan. I'd vouch for you.
Funny you mentioned that. I went to see Vivaldi. Know what he said? Witchers are no good as guarantors. The risk of premature death is way too high. But I have another idea.
Yeah.
I dated this girl once, Sophronia. That's a name if you can believe it. Has a merchant
Ăsta e numele Sophronia, what the...
And Daddy
Sophia, is it?
would never refuse his daughter dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return?
I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why I need to draw on your authority. You've got some, you know, no matter what you might think.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. and then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Irina, one of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Ok.
Let's say I agree and go see Madame Irina. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have.
O să doarmă.
But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
Ok. O stai și o fac. Bun, am înțeles.
Fine, but
Ce nu fac eu pentru doamna
The
și
only butts in this
Zoltan?
plan will be the ones filling my seats.
Prietenii mei
It'll
de
work,
viață.
you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Irina and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
Bun. Madame Irina. Madame Bensur. Asta ar fi Dandelion? Nu cred. Nu cred. Să citești și cărțile astea, poate mai... Misiune, nu știu. Ia stați așa puțin. Nu aici, aici. Le-am citit pe toate, cred că le-am citit pe toate. Dar dacă l-am citit, știu că unele cărți mai spuneau misiuni. Dar nu, am citit pe toate. Bun, brodre. Și de aici. Luăm și în primul rând.
what's he schemed up this time?
Să trag și o meditare de aia bombardieră să mi se refacă alea. Așa. Asta îmi place foarte mult la Witcher. Când se refacă toate pozițiunile și toate astea doar printr-o meditation. Nu trebuie să le facem de fiecare dată. Perdeam o grămadă de timp, sincer. Și la câte ingrediente sunt în jocul ăsta, probabil le căutam, ne uitam care sunt, care nu sunt. Mi lua foarte mult timp, așa că mergem mult mai repede treaba. E bineînțeles că n-am luat-o bine pe aici. Și nu-i pe aici, pe aici, bro. Ce curcă. Bun, cred că am ajuns. E camera aici, la teatru. Aha. De fapt, dacă asta e Irinil. Irinil. Am putut să uităm pe Irina Renarde. Am putut să uit.
You and Dudu know each other well?
Yes, though he's never told me much about himself.
Ok, ia să ia că ne împrumută Sabianul.
Dudu always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably too honest to succeed in Novigrad, though.
Precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he changes his appearance, the good in him will always emerge. Bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins, he played them so poorly. That must be why. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or ghost of the old king.
I need a proof.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My, whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Voilà.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
Bun. După amiază trebuie să ne întâlnim cu Dandelion aproape de casa lui Sofia. M-am zis că-i zic. M-am zis să-i zic. Bine, cred că mă duc eu cu un teleportation, că tare m-am încurcat eu pe aici, sincer vă zic. Mă duc eu aici la Sfântul Grigore. Bine, nu e Sfântul Grigore, am zis eu așa.
I love the air.
Parararam, pam.
Geralt of Rivia.
Geralt of Rivia. Yeah.
Ah,
Acum eu nu știu cât e ora să moară Bibilianul ăsta. E probabil va trebui să medităm, cred că e seara, da. Uite până acum așa.
finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her
Poate
from
veni
a
rău în
man.
ochii.
I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Pretty good. Hai să lăudăm puțin ăștia.
This can actually work.
Written your lines already,
You've written what?
so you know what to say during the performance. Here, and your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
Ok.
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
Am urât asta și să mă repar.
Stop right there.
What is this?
Vrea să
Save me!
să vină ăla. Ce să zicem aici? Give me a purse.
Not your lucky day, miss.
Dă-mi portofelul.
Hand me your purse.
Să vină Dandelion să salveze gen.
Not so fast.
Și vine Dandelion acum. Dar trebuie să ne lăsăm pe toți, bineînțeles, și iar mi-a apărut asta aici. Super.
This is your first and last warning.
Hahaha.
Dandelion!
Are salvatorul.
Though the scum of the city call me
Mamă, ce
the
țeapă, ce
Crimson
bine a gândit
Avenger.
aici Dandelion.
More like the crimson asshole.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born.
Da, prieteni, și trebuie să ne lăsăm bătuți de către Dandelion. Deci hai să facem acest lucru. Trebuie să-l batem. Ca să vadă domnișoara că Dandelion e bombardier. Până nu e asta din viață să mă arătă anțetuca. Mamă, așa slab ești Dandelion.
Avenger triumphs again.
My hero.
Well,
Ce bine.
One blow struck true.
Super.
Another scar from my collection.
come inside. I shall bandage you up. Be gone, vile bandit, or the Crimson Avenger will beat you senseless!
Ce țeapă i-a dat să moară Bibilianus. Nice. Bun. In the morning at the Rosemary and Thyme. Din nou? Gol? Dacă așa ne zice, hai să dăm să zacă, bă, băiatule, bă. Teleportation, bineînțeles. Misiunea nu e gata. Până acum a trecut totul bine. Să vedem ce mai pune la cale acest Dandelionus. Acest gagicar, idol al femeilor. De femeie a avut el numai Geralt la trecut. Știți că nu Witcher 1 a fost Geralt pe viața lui. E nu Witcher 3 poate fi că aici. Aș putea să mă labordez să mă ocup cu toate. Dar nu-l văd
Saying I'm no good at giving.
pe acesta. Ca să vedem dacă mai are ceva de zis Zoltan.
Zoltan?
Geralt! Nu mai zice nimica.
Nice.
Looking for
Aren't you too old?
In the morning, da, sunt și tâmpit. Ca până... e bine așa. Ia până dimineața, bă, să dormim așa frumos. Ia să vedem dacă a venit Dandelion. Da, ne știi ce a făcut el azi la noapte. Cu acea
Been a
gagicuță.
misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Are,
Turns out
are.
he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
What are our choices?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know his choice as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion would like. Geralt, you've known him longer. Say something.
Ce să zicem aici? Iată. Hai să zicem, să decide eu, nu știu. Hai zicem așa.
Sure, I've known him longer, but he's never so much as changed his socks for me. Never mind commissioning a full-blown renovation. He's doing this for you, clearly. You should decide.
Both our lives have revolved around the stage, and Cabaret's a form of theatre, in a way. Fine, let's do the theatre decor. I certainly hope it'll be to his liking.
A wonderful choice it is.
Bună alegere. Și mă gândeam la ea prima.
Gentlemen, you're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Well, well. Guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action, and so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
Hai să
True
fie.
enough. Adheres to the principle that a life enjoyed is a life well lived.
You needn't mock.
I'm not. I mean that. Nothing wrong with the principle. Dandelion just knows how to enjoy life. It's a good thing.
Exact ca
Dandelion
mine.
can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
Da, trebuie să găsim pe Dandelion acum și probabil este la Valve acolo. Deja, părerea mea. Ține că a făcut rost de bani. Sau o fi printr-un bordel, cine știe ce face Dandelionul ăsta nostru. Wow! Face aici.
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiancé. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see
Da,
how
Priscilla
you
începe
were
să-și facă griji.
Priscilla started worrying about me. That's so nice.
Hai, răstii
doing.
că ea leacă.
For you,
Ce
I'm
aș vrea,
sure.
sincer.
So let's get back.
Did
Bine,
you
Geralt, nu eu.
not hear what's going on in there? We've gotta help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Hai că vine Geralt și-i dă un...
Do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here.
Trebuie să căutăm cheia pe care a ascuns-o.
How would you know she keeps a spare key around here?
It's not as if we started working together yesterday. Before Polly joined forces with Hubio,
You'd visit her? Often?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme. They worked on the dance numbers I composed.
So, Polly's not one of your...
I never mix business and pleasure.
The one exception being Priscilla.
Who you were just saying is worried about us. So enough of the chatter and start looking.
Ok, deci ne uităm după cheia de rezervă.
Fine,
Hai să o găsim.
let's find the key.
Să vedem unde ar putea fi, oare. Foarte ușor pentru Geralt să o găsească, adică...
Not here.
nu e aici? Ok. Ar putea fi aici. Da, uite.
The key.
Bun, hai să vedem. Uite bă, ăștia erau acasă și... What?
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
Cred că l-a
I
tratat.
love her.
O
I'll
trădătoare.
not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Sod off.
Uite din răzneț, piciucul, că îi dau o bucată să moară Viulianus. Lasă-l pe ei, dar când altfel îți dau două bucăți la
My friend
Cronianus.
asked you nicely.
Uite aia
Please
naiba.
be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right. Talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt. But its open-saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artist, and I want to offer her a position.
M-a făcut spumă la... Fii atent, zluarcă la curбă, ești nebun așa calm. Să-mi herbânta scaunul
And
ăsta.
that in turn means she'll receive a share of the
Îți spune,
proceeds
ești nebun.
every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Ai cuvântul meu de onoare.
Suppose, in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then.
Pare că aveți de acord.
See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Bun. Bun.
Well, I'm off.
Ești închisă unde?
Whew. Never expected that to go so well.
You handled it well, Dandelion. Man was body in your hands when you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
Who's Rodlick?
Never heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
I'll go see Rodlick. You head back to the Rosemary, where Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
Normal.
Said that for the hell of it. Tell me where he lives.
Ia să vedem unde trăiește acesta.
See you soon.
Trebuie să luăm alea.
Must be mad.
Placarele alea.
This rain?
Bun. Găsește pe Rodlick și obține placardele de la el. Hai să vedem. Hai să vedem. Cred că sunt niște portrete, ceva de genul, nu? La cartele astea sau ce sunt astea? Nu vine exact acum în minte. Dar vom vedea. Ca asta e o misiune foarte lungă, prieteni, și probabil o să mai țină. Ok, se pare că am ajuns. Am intrat peste el. Da, cred că sunt niște picturi, niște tablouri.
Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halflings in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off.
Oh,
Times first come, first served.
a venit slujiv. Vrea să fure bulangiul. Ne putem să cerem sau...
You're not gonna rob
Hai bine așa.
Strange, don't recall asking your permission.
Auzi la ei. Ia veniți voi cu bulangilor. No, nu pot să scot. Ok, am înțeles.
Regret this, mutant.
Nu trebuie să omorâm de tot.
Damn.
Mai unul. Gata.
Tell me what you want, damn it.
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rotlick, where's he?
Yeah.
Same place as always. Vehicle butter state. Losing his last crowns at the races.
See? Wasn't that easy? Could have said so right away.
Așa, mai da. Uite, să ne vorbim cu acesta. Nu le putem lua pur și simplu așa. Deci, mamă, n-ai ceva de mers. Bă, băiatule, unde e locul ăsta? Mâncați-a și gura ta. Holy shit, tocmai aici s-a dus. Available residence, ok. Reședință. Fiți. Mamă, brodere. Ia uite, ăștia dorm la datorii, v-am zis că ăștia n-au treabă. Aș vrea să fiu și un gardian ăla, să dorm și să fiu plătit, mamă. Deci și o misiune. Am impresia. Da. 2 secunde, prieten. Ți dau un insemination. Așa.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor,
Da, ăsta e
and
artist.
martyr to my art.
Curantos.
At your service.
De toate, el se ocupă cu artele
Dandelion
alea.
sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely
Mi se pare
hidden
că sunt
away.
gata.
Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now,
Până-
Count de Louverton has offered me the
Stare
chance to
păr,
win all
că
back.
a zis ce părare, zici că nu e om.
On a race.
Luverten, ia să vedem cine este.
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem
Fiul
dealers.
Duc Salm.
One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Bine, putem să vedem 200. Sau mai bine facem o cursă. Hai să facem așa.
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me.
Ca să fie mai ca lumea, mai interesant, așa că am fi putut să-i dăm banii.
You are that good a rider.
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
Bun, hai să vedem. Let's go. Păi, Geralt, ce dracu. Bă. Da. Mișto bag. Hai, la ajung dacă e. Da, o să-l ajungi. Bun. Va fi easy pentru că asta merge foarte încetul. E super easy. Bine, doar dacă nu mă voi bagui eu undeva pe aici. Bun. Nice.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary and Thyme, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
Bun. Hai să ne întoarcem la Dandelions. Mai aveam aici o misiune, parcă? Sau a dispărut pur și simplu? Bă. Ba nu, e aici. Bun. O să vedem, da, puțin mai târziu noaptea. Momentan, hai să mergem la Dandelions. La Dandelions Nătărău.
Duty calls.
Where you going?
Just another drift heading not to Nancy.
Oh, grand opening tonight.
So, we start.
Well. See, the crew's been hard at work.
I love it. Especially the,
Că greu face Geralt de aristă la creveteale.
Priscilla picked them.
Well, I must admit, you have great taste. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Îi va duce el.
The
Personal.
best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
What about choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
Se pregătim la cabanetul.
But Polly has. She's
Facem ca lumea.
priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Premier will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation.
Cameleon.
Just a better ring to it all round.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the
Când
opening?
se va deschide ea?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in
Curând.
an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Abia aștept să se deschide asta.
Thanks for everything.
Dar mai a durat ceva.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Really?
Why not?
That's my boy.
Dă-i
The
peste
foreman
cap.
mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking,
He's all right.
and she say anything about me?
Hai să le vedem un pic ce să mai.
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Ugh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4
Mamă, cât de
hours.
declar că nu mai știu în ce poziție să stau.
4
Doamne.
hours from the cloak and the dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
O, ceva nervos.
Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time, you know.
Am făcut și level
A
24,
woman's
nice.
vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla!
Priscilla, s-a întâmplat ceva cu...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly hurt.
Pare că a fost rănită, a fost atacată. A fost dusă la spital.
She's hurt? Geralt.
Oare de către cine?
Let's go.
Cine a putut să o atace pe Priscilla?
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
Este acum e...
I'd say that's certain. The conditions.
Pare că este într-o stare... Uite că... Mamă, cum arată! What?
Relative? No, a friend.
Bă, a desfigurat-o pe Priscilla, incredibil, nu mă gândeam la chestia asta.
She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind.
Cineva chiar a vrut.
First.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this. Find him and kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied.
Okay.
Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine.
Dar nu cred că a murit
Wait
Priscilla
for this
încă.
maniac to strike again.
Încă nu.
I'd prefer to excise him.
Va
Not
rezista.
unlike a tumor.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Think they'll let me into
Merge la morgă.
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
Deci merge prin canalizări, vorbesc serios?
Travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
Da, trist, foarte trist. Mamă, cum era Priscilla pe acá când am văzut-o mai mult.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious.
Așa, puțin brudere.
Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard to enter the sewers, alas, to no avail. So I took matters into my own hands.
At no charge. You damned idealists, ruining the market for us.
Vreau să mă puțin la quest. Da, asta e misiunea. Aia cu cabaneta am terminat-o, văd că. Ia să mă uit puțin pe aici. Voluntari. Da. A fost completată 100%, bun, perfect. Da, prieteni, cam asta a fost episodul, o să mergem în episodul următor, să vedem ce s-a întâmplat cu Priscilla, cine a atacat-o, trebuie să examinăm, trebuie să aflăm mai multe chestii, dar până atunci, toate cele bune, respect, pa, pa!